Do you feel like no matter what you do, she won't let go of the past? This video is going to be for you. And what we're going to talk about is how to get her to finally let go of the past so that you guys can move forward into a new relationship, and not just a marginally better one, but an entirely new one where both your needs are going to be met fully and completely. Mm. And this is important because I can't tell you how many men I talk to where I just keep hearing this over and over and over. Like, she won't let go of the past. No matter what I do, she just won't let this go. She won't. I can't get past it. She won't give me another chance, etc. To the point at one point, I just lost it and really thought about this deeply, where I could give them the advice that they needed so that it finally clicked in their head. And when you don't do this, when you don't address these things that we're about to talk about, all it leads to is resentment. You feel like a victim. You feel helpless, like just nothing good. It really sabotages your ability to save your relationship. And that's why it's really important that we address these things right now. So, the first thing on how we get her to let go of the past is first understand that men and women are very different. As men, we are much better at compartmentalizing and moving through things, and not because we don't feel things as strongly as women do. With women, it's like they have this emotional memory that is far stronger than us as men. This is why you probably have noticed that with most women, like their memory is just so much better. They can recall things from 15 years ago that we forgot even happened with such detail that it's almost like they have a library in there, like an infinite library where you can store every single thing that happens. And why that is because for women, those emotions in those times, they freeze in their body, in their nervous system. And when it freezes, it stores that memory with it. So they can recall until those emotions get released, until she's allowed to fully experience it and feel safe to experience it, they stay there. With men, it's not quite the same. We do it too, but just not at the level that happens for a woman. And you just have to understand that for her, the past is far more intense than it is for you. While you may be able to let go and move past it, for her, it's much harder because it also requires safety. For men, it doesn't really require safety for us to let things go. For women, it really requires like them feel safe to go and fully feel what happened back then. So first you have to understand that. And when you can bring that kind of compassion, understanding, and look at this as to let her go of the past, you need to make her feel safe to do it. It changes your approach. It changes how you see what's happening. It's more of a lack of safety issue than anything else. Okay. Number two, have you let go of the past? And I want you to really think about that, because you may have said you got over it, you let it go or whatnot, but are you still bringing up stuff in conversation? Are you letting her past actions dictate how you treat her? If she had an emotional affair, are you checking her phone? Are you suspicious every time she leaves? Are you being more controlling? Right? All these things are indicators that you haven't let go of the past. So are you asking her to do something that you haven't even done? That's called being a hypocrite, by the way. And I know it sounds harsh, but I see men do this all the time. They're asking her to do something that they haven't even been willing to do. And that's unfair, right? And that's you not willing to look inward. That's you making this about her versus about yourself. And when you fully let go of the past, watch how it shifts her. Watch. And I will link below this video a process that we use to help move through this, to help you let go of the past more. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is take responsibility. You have to recognize that this past that you want her to let go of, you helped create it, right? It is a past of your creation. So you're essentially asking her to go clean up your mess. You're asking her to take on the burden of letting go of what you created. And when you think about it like that, it's kind of unfair, right? Like, we don't normally do that to other people. Right? We may hire somebody to clean up our mess, but it's very much like a childish behavior to create a mess and to expect somebody else to go clean it up. Right. So we have to be clear that we created this mess. And if it's our mess, we need to go clean it up. And what this looks like is, instead of expecting her to do the work, we take on the mindset of, we're going to go free her of this past. Instead of waiting for her to let it go, we go into a proactive state of, we're going to help you free yourself of this, right? It's like the knight rescuing the princess from the tower, and there's a dragon. We don't ask the princess to slay the dragon, right? That's ridiculous. We're the knight. We slay the dragon to free her from the tower. That's the mindset that you have here. When you take that mindset, when you look at the past from that lens, now is something that you can go do something about. Before, it's like this thing that you're just waiting around, hoping she does it, getting mad that she hasn't yet, blaming it for why there's no connection between you and she wants to leave. No, it's your creation. It's your job to go free her of it. Take that approach, get your power back instead of giving your power away, and just notice how you show up differently, how better supportive you are, how much safer she feels when you shift to wanting to save her from it versus blaming her for it. Do this and it can be a game changer. All right. So that's what I have for you today. I'll catch you on the next video.